This rapper is headed to prison on gun charges. Arthur Presley, also known as 30 Deep Grimeyy, was already a convicted felon when he was caught with a gun. After getting caught, he tried to falsify a bill of sale to try and prove that the gun was in fact somebody else's. Presley will spend the next 7 years in prison.
Today we're going to be talking about 30 Deep Grimeyy. He was just sentenced to 7.5 years for a gun charge. Also, he tried to falsify a bill of sale on the first day of his trial. Basically a fake piece of paper stating that the gun was somebody else's so they wouldn't charge him with it, when it turns out the paper was fake altogether. On January 5th, 2021, he was stopped in St. Louis because he had a busted tail light and the license plate to his car read for a Jeep, and he was driving inside of a 2008 Pontiac G6. So as you can tell, the police were like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, this is kind of sad. I mean, obviously this is fucking stupid and he shouldn't have done this, but you know, I actually kind of like 30 Deep Grimeyy. He is the biggest rapper, but he was making a pretty big name about 2 or 3 years ago after he had a feature with Lil Baby, and this situation is about to completely take this man's life upside down. It says that the ATF has been investigating this man for over a year prior to these charges, so they were following him in hopes, knowing that he may have had this gun on him. I don't know how they would have done that, but I mean, I'm just surprised that at the time of his arrest, which was 2021, you know, he was still he was doing numbers back then. So why was this man driving around in a 2008 Pontiac G6 with the tail light busted and the license plate registered to a completely different car? That might be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard someone doing when they're actually building a name for themselves. I'm pretty sure by this time he had already had the feature with Lil Baby, and you know, he had a few songs all hitting over 1 million views. So I don't know why this man was driving around dangling like this, but hey, it's not me, so I can't tell you exactly why. The worst part about the situation is there was someone else driving in the car and he was trying to falsify the papers to basically make it seem like it was that guy's, because you know, I mean, he probably would have took the charge because 30 Deep is still getting a few 100,000 views, so he's still a little bit relevant inside of his city. But they basically find out that these papers were forged due to him taking pictures with the guns over the last course of the year, and he took a picture the day he bought it in October 2020. And he posted it on Instagram like a fucking jack. He's not allowed to have a gun. I wanted to read this little piece right here to show you guys why you shouldn't be in your music videos talking about what you're actually doing. It says, during the hearing, the prosecution displayed photos posted to social media that showed Presley holding firearms. They also played excerpts from Presley's music videos, which including one which the rapper gets a simulated blowjob outside the very courthouse where the hearing was taking place. So yeah, that just goes to show you that the police are watching and listening even when you think they aren't, and they're going to pull up the things that you don't think they care about. But you know, let me know what you guys think about this situation. Do you think this man was retarded for riding around in the Beretta inside of his car while being a felon, knowing that he shouldn't be riding around with the gun, because once he gets caught with one, he's going back to jail? There is no other option for what you should think, because he's fucking stupid. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, all that good shit. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
Fucking on your bitch, thank God. Crash fucking whip, thank God. 40 on my wrist, thank God. They be calling me the motherfucking thank God.